Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are in Southeast Calgary looking at a community called Wolf Willow. Now what makes Wolf Willow special is that it's situated right by the Bow River. So you have a trail like this that's gonna go all the way along the river. So if you're into nature, into trails, you know, not hiking, but running, riding your bike, walking your dog, it's definitely gonna be a good option for you. As you can see here, they got the Wolf Willow sign up. There's a bunch of houses being constructed right now with the river view. See all these houses here. You got a big ridge right off in the distance here. You're kind of in like a bowl down here in Wolf Willow. And then there's actually a golf course right there as well. Today, we're gonna be looking at a few different options home options in this community. I'm gonna walk around the neighborhood a little bit. I'm gonna pull up Google Maps and show you guys where this community is in Calgary. And then we're gonna break down all the pricing for the home. So enough of my rambling, let's get into this video. So this is a laned home option by Trico. Let's go take a peek. So this one's called the Rowan II. We're looking at 1,730 square feet. Looks like we got 3 bedrooms upstairs and 2.5 baths. So I'm just gonna take my shoes off. So coming in right away, you have a closet for all your jackets, boots, shoes, all that stuff. There's a decent little area to take your shoes off. I don't think you would have enough room for a bench or anything like that. There's a landing that goes up to the top floor. We'll save that for a minute. Here's your living room right away. So it's a decent sized living room. You got a good sized window at the front looking off to your front porch and your front steps. And then over this way, you're gonna have the wall here on the left-hand side to put your TV. I do like the spacing in here. It doesn't feel awkward at all. And the width is pretty good as well. So not too shabby. And then as you get deeper into the home, there's a dining room off to the right here. You got a window up top, nice big wall here to put some artwork on. And then there's a little nook here to put your dining ware or some books, stuff like that. And then the kitchen here is a little bit tucked away to the left. You got a decent sized island. You can see they have some chairs set up here. I do like the coloring in here. It's very light and bright and almost like beachy vibes going on. There's a dishwasher. Your sink is looking out to the back of the house. You got the oven with the hood range. And then over this way, you got some more cupboard space for your island. Big fridge, and then little pantry. If you like a lot of Cheerios and stuff like that, that one might be a little bit small, but it's better than a condo. And then it looks like you have like a coffee area here too. You can put a coffee machine on there with a microwave up top, just kind of keep it away from everything else. I'm gonna go over to the back of the home now. You got a decent area to kind of remove your shoes coming from the back of the home. If you are gonna park in the back of the house, this is just gonna be kind of your primary entrance that you're gonna use to get in. You got the double door closet right here. Decent sized closet. There's not really any separation between this quote unquote mudroom area and the kitchen, but needless to say, it's still decent. And then out here now, can I even get outside? Let's see. Oh, there we go. So they got this place locked up really good. Okay, so you have a deck out front here, and then this is going to be your parking pad in the back of the home. Keep in mind that most lane homes are going to come with a parking pad like this, a gravel parking pad, and you're not going to have any fencing done as well. So after you purchase the home, it's your responsibility to either pay for this fencing, or you can actually split it with your neighbor, and then you could leave the parking pad like that and just park outside, which kind of sucks for Calgary because the winters are pretty harsh here. So it would be nice to kind of get some shelter for your vehicle, but you could get this built by the builder, the garage, or you can have someone build it after the fact. I would find that typically after the fact, you could get a contractor to do it a little bit cheaper than what the builder does. But as you can see, for reference, this garage is already built. So it would be a 2-car garage. They have the air conditioning on the back of the house already done. This is the show home, so this is going to be mainly fully upgraded. So whatever the base price is, you're probably looking at adding on at least an extra $70,000 or $80,000 to get it looking like how it is. That's definitely something that I can go through with you and the builder, and then we can kind of figure out which upgrades make most sense, because there's certain ones that you would want to have done just for resale value, and then there's other ones that aren't just really, you're just going to waste your money and it's not going to be worth it. So coming down the step here, there's actually a bathroom here as well. Here is your 2-piece bathroom. And then this is the basement. So the basement's actually unfinished in this house, and there's no side entrance as well. So if you're looking to maybe suite this or rent this out, you wouldn't be able to do it with this one because there's no side entrance. So here's the basement. This is kind of what a typical basement looks like in Calgary from the builder. They call this an unfinished basement. So you'll have all your utility hookups right here. You'll have your electrical panel. This would be your tankless tankless hot water, so that's nice. You'll have hot water on demand, so you'll never run out of hot water. If you got kids that shower forever, you can always have hot water. There's your furnace, and then there's no drywall on the walls here. It's just going to be vapor barriered and insulated, and then you'll have a big window in the back to let in some lighting. So now let's head back upstairs. Oh, and then also they will drywall the stairwell going down to the basement, and they'll put a railing on it. That's just for code, so no kids fall down the stairs or fall through the studs going down the stairs. It's just for safety reasons. So let's head upstairs now. Okay, decent sized stairwell. You got some good width. As soon as you come up to the top, you're hit with a decent sized bonus room right away. For a laned home, this is actually a decent size. You could put a full size couch right there, and then pretty much any TV size you want on this side. And then they have a little window letting in some natural light. And then off to the side here, you have a full bathroom with a sink, toilet, and a shower and a tub. And then we'll save the primary bedroom to the end. Let's check and see what's in this closet. So here's your full-size washer and dryer. It is nice that the washer and dryer is on the top floor. Where I can see that having being a problem is if you have kids that play sports or you play sports. It might be kind of a pain in the butt to take your stinky hockey equipment or stinky basketball equipment up to the top floor every time to wash. Here's bedroom number 1. Okay, we got a good sized bedroom in here. I like the accent wall. Carpet on the floor. We've got the double doors for the closet. And then we'll come to the second bedroom now. Looks like this one's a touch smaller, but again, it's a good size for a little kid or an office. You could use this as an office as well. You got the double door closets again. And then now at the back of the home is where the magic happens, in the primary bedroom. Okay. Good sized primary bedroom. Nice looking accent wall. Big window back here looking to your backyard. And then you have the walk-in closet. Good sized walk-in closet. And then the primary ensuite now. You got the dual vanities, which is an upgrade. So typically you would just have one vanity, but you can always upgrade to 2, which is not that much money to do, and I definitely recommend doing it. And then you got your stand-up shower with a pony wall as well. It's a good size stand-up shower, and then the toilet right there. Okay, let's hop in the truck and pull up trusty Google Maps, and I'll show you guys exactly where Wolf Willow is in Calgary. So Wolf Willow is situated in southeast Calgary. It's definitely right on the kind of outskirts of the city in a newer community, obviously. So you're right adjacent to the Bow River. So that's really nice if you like walking along a river. There's going to be lots of nice trails along that river within walking distance of where your house is going to be. Wolf Willow's not huge, so pretty much anywhere in the neighborhood you can walk to that river, which is nice. It's kind of tucked away in an escarpment, so you're definitely going to be a little bit more secluded than a lot of the other communities, and it's not a through traffic community. So the nice part about that is that you're actually not going to have that much traffic around the neighborhood other than people that live there or currently construction workers that are working here. As for grocery stores, there is a little plaza that's right here in Wolf Willow. They do have a gas station, coffee shop, and some other smaller stores. I noticed a daycare there as well. So there is some things that you can do. If you want more big box stores, you're going to have to go to one of the neighboring communities. Legacy, which is nearby, has some bigger stores there. And then Walden and Chaparral are a little bit more mature communities. So you're going to find some stores and shops there as well. You're not really close to transit, really. I mean, there is some buses that run into this neighborhood. Stony Trail Highway is about a 5-minute drive from here. And with Stony Trail Highway, it is the ring road that goes around the city, so you can get to a lot of different places. You're probably about a half an hour drive to downtown from here and about 40 minutes to the airport. So these are going to be your front garage options. So typically these ones are a little bit more expensive than the laned homes, but it looks like these guys are starting from the mid 600s. So these will on average be more square footage than the laned home options across the street. So again, you got Trico right here as a builder. You got Morrison Homes as well. So these are their show homes, but each builder will have a bunch of different models that you can choose from. And then Jamin again, which for some reason they won't let me shoot videos in their show homes. Jamin, please let me shoot a video in your show homes. I've sold some clients some Jamin homes, and they're a great builder and they do good work, and I would love to feature their home one of these days if they'll let realtors do it, but as of for now, they won't. So let's see which ones these front garage. So the front garage, you got the driveway in the front of the house, and then your garage is attached to the home, which is nice, especially here in Calgary, because then you don't have to leave your house to get into your car, and you can stay nice and warm. So let's see if we can get in. So this front garage home is called the Harrington. It's 2,111 square feet. The builder is Trico Homes. We're looking at 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, the double front attached garage, and it looks like the basement is developed on this one as well. So let's go in and take a look. So right now we're actually coming from the garage, which they have set up as the show home office. So this is kind of how you would enter your house from your garage, and you're hit with a big mudroom right away. And the first thing I noticed right off the hop is this little fuzzy guy here in this dog wash station. Now that is definitely super handy if you have dirty dogs that need to be washed and cleaned before they go into the house so they don't dirty up the furniture and the floors. You could even wash your kids or, you know, your dirty boots in this dog wash as well. That's definitely an upgrade, but very cool that you can do that. There's a double door closet right here. They have some built-ins to sit down and take your shoes and your cowboy boots off. I'm gonna go through this way first. So this would be the main door to the home. So if you're coming in off of the front door, you would come in right here. There's a little bit of area here to take your shoes off and your boots. They have a closet off to the side here. Just an average looking closet. And then now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this house by Trico Homes. So off to the right here, you have a 2-piece bathroom. And then as I get deeper in here, okay, open concept for sure. Kitchen looks really nice. This living room area is very sharp looking. There's enough room for a massive sectional right here. And then you have a really nice electric fireplace with a mantle here. The only concern I would have with this living room is that the couch is not really that far back from the mantle. So if you are to put a TV up there, you might be looking up on a weird angle at it. So that doesn't bug everyone, but for me, that might bug me a little bit. Or you could just forego putting a TV altogether on this floor and you can put it somewhere else. So you got a nice big island here with some dark, rich accents going on. There's a cool little light above the island. They have the sink in the island. Nice gas stove right here, and then you have the range going outside. Definitely like the cabinetry in here. Let's see, is it soft close? Okay, that's important. You always want to make sure that these are soft close because that shows that the builder actually cares about what they're doing. And then over here you have a coffee station area, and then this kind of segues back to where the mudroom area is. This is the pantry now. So the pantry kind of goes through the mudroom. Here, I'll take you back. So it goes through the mudroom into the pantry. This is nice if you're just coming home with groceries and you want to put them in the pantry right away. And then it opens right up to your kitchen. So off to the right here, first thing I definitely noticed that there's lots of windows in here. I'm definitely liking how big that window is, and then it just kind of wraps all the way around with the deck to the other window, so lots of natural light going on. You got a good area here for the dining room table, and then at the back of the house there is a nice big deck, and then you got, it's not a huge backyard, but enough green space to have a little bit of area for your family. So we'll head down to the basement now and then save the top floor to the end. All right, so this is just your standard developed basement. It's not suited. First thing I notice is that the ceilings are 9 feet high. They look at least 9 feet high. They might even be taller. So that's nice. You have some good height down here. There's not really any windows, so this would be really good for a movie room. And you can put a nice big sectional there. They got the air hockey table set up. So this could be the games area. And then there's a wet bar over here as well. So you have your wine fridge, sink, and then this is just would be perfect for entertaining. And then back this way, there's a bedroom down here. So since it's only one bedroom down here, you have a really good sized bedroom. So if you have family staying, this is a nice little retreat that they can go to and just be out of your hair. And there is a walk-in closet as well. And then they have a full-size bathroom down here as well, with with the tub and the shower. Let's see. Then you got some closet space. So that looks like it's storage underneath the stairs. And then here's your utility room in here. I won't take you in there. So we'll head up back stairs now. Okay, so as soon as you come upstairs, you're hit with the bonus room right away. Because this is a front garage house and the square footage is larger here, you're just in general going to have a bigger bonus room. So you got a nice big sectional here, 2 windows, big wall that you can put a TV on. So if you didn't want to have a TV on your main floor, you could easily have it up here and in the basement. So we'll save the primary bedroom till the end. Let's go over to this side. This is the front of the house. So you got full-size bathroom. I like the black fixtures. Very nice. And then, okay, we actually have a full-on laundry room up here. So oversized washer and dryer. You have some wire racks for all your storage. And then there's some more storage area at the side here. And then at the front of the home, you got bedroom number 1. This is definitely a bigger bedroom. So this could easily house a teenager or even an adult for that matter. And then you got your closet. And then bedroom number 2 is pretty much the same size. Big window at the front of this one. Same closet again. And now let's head to the back of the home where the primary bedroom is. Your primary bedroom. They got a funky little chandelier thing there. Cool looking accent wall with the trees and the bird. Plenty of room for a king size bed. And then you got a big oversized window looking at the back of the home. And then I don't actually see it. Well, actually maybe the walk-in closet is within the ensuite. So as soon as you come in the primary ensuite, you have the dual vanities, decent sized tub. It looks too small for me. I'm 6'4". I don't think I would fit in that tub. You have a tub or a toilet right there, and then you got a nice fully tiled shower. I definitely like the look of this one. It looks really nice. And then here's your closet, walk-in closet at the back. So this is, yeah, it's pretty nice. Nice little primary ensuite retreat. So this front garage home is called the Arya. It's actually a new model for Trico homes. you're looking at 2,243 square feet. And this one actually comes with a suited basement. So let's have a look at this bad boy. So again, we're coming off of the garage, which is currently the office. So you'll come on in, there'll be some doors right here off to the side. And then this actually looks like the pantry right away. So it's kind of like your mudroom / pantry. So you have some wire shelving right here, and then it opens right up into, oh wow, this is nice. Opens right up into the main area here. You got a beautiful island right here with some nice chairs, nicely tucked away. I am definitely loving the colors in this kitchen. Well done, Trico. I like this a lot. And then you have your gas range, and then I love how the cabinetry just blends into this range real nicely. And then over here you have your dining room area with some good lighting coming in. And now, my apologies for all the glare. It's a super sunny day here in Calgary as always, but this grand living room is gorgeous, especially with the windows up at the top as well. You're just getting a ton of lighting coming into here. And then you got your fireplace mantle, and then it kind of just looks right up to your upper floor, and you got your bonus room off in the distance there. And I'll give you a shot from this angle. The sun coming in will be a little bit better. Definitely a beautiful kitchen. Nice and bright and earthy. And then before we go upstairs, we're gonna go back over to the remainder of the home now. Looks like there's actually a bedroom in this one as well. So you have a bedroom with some carpeting in here. You could obviously adjust this to an office, and you could choose to have carpet or hardwood floor, but you could convert it into a bedroom if you wanted to. This is going to be the main entrance to the home. So this is where you would come in if you weren't going through your garage. And then you have this little area to take your boots and shoes off. And then there's a closet right here. And then there's actually, I believe, a full-size bathroom down here. Because you have the bedroom, if you have, say, like grandma staying in the bedroom and she doesn't want to walk upstairs to have a shower, well, you have a shower right on the main floor. So that's fully customizable. Again, you don't necessarily have to have a shower down on this floor, but you can if you wanted to. And then now we're going to go down to the basement. So this is suited down here. So you're going to have a separate side entrance. So if you have a tenant, they're going to come down these stairs here. It's going to be fully separated from your place. And then as soon as you get down to the bottom, there's going to be a closet down here too. So if you wanted to store some stuff down here, you could do that. And then your utility room is going to be separate from the suite. So if you need to get down to this utility room for whatever reason, you don't have to go through the suite to get to it. And if you notice too, there's two separate furnaces. So the suite will be fully contained with its own separate furnace as well, which is handy. So let's go into the suite now. So as soon as you come in the suite, this is the living room right away. There's a decent sized wall that you can put a big couch on. This is where you put your TV. Their little decorative TV is on an angle right now. That's a no-no. And then you have this little area here to put a little table, and then you got a decent size kitchen down here. It plays off the colors from upstairs. And then at the back of the home, we got a pantry back here. This is actually a really big pantry. Good sized pantry. And then that was actually the front of the house. So at the front, or sorry, at the back of the house now, this is where you have your bedrooms. So this is a 2-bedroom suite. Here's bedroom number 1. All that light is glaring. Bedroom number 1, let's check the closet size. Okay, decent size closet. The nice part about getting a suite done with the builder is that all the fixtures and the finishes are going to stay in unison with what's going on upstairs. If you were to have it done by a builder after the fact, it might look totally different down here, which isn't the end of the world. But if you want to keep everything all copacetic and together, then you can just have this done by the builder and be done with it. Here's bedroom number 2. Good size window, so if there's a fire, someone can escape. And then you have your closet. So that's your suite. So let's head up to the top floor now. I got a feeling it's going to look really nice up there. Okay, so we'll head up to the top floor now. Nice cushy carpet. All right, so I'll look back to the living room. Pretty sweet. So as soon as you get up, you can either go right to which looks like the primary bedroom, or you could go left. This is going to be your bonus room. This bonus room kind of flows really nicely to the back of the home. It's not huge, but it's a good size, enough room to put a TV and a big couch. And then at the back of the house now, actually it looks like we have 3 bedrooms back here. Maybe not, sorry, 2 bedrooms, I was wrong. So you got bedroom number 1, good size window at the front. And then you actually have another window off to the side there. And then you have your closet. I don't know, I'm kind of digging these. They're very masculine looking, but I'm digging these black fixtures that are, or handles that are throughout the house. And then you actually have a laundry room in here as well. Some shelving, actually proper shelving and not wire shelving, which is nice. Oversized washer and dryer. And then you actually have a counter here to fold laundry, and then your wire rack. And then here's bedroom number 2. Another decent sized bedroom. Decent sized window, and then you have your closet. And then over here, this is your bathroom area. Okay, there's actually a dual vanity in this bathroom. And then the toilet and the shower is separated with this pocket door here. So if someone's having a shower or doing their business, you can get some privacy, and someone can still have access to the sinks if they need it. So that'll be good if you have teenage kids or little kids, if you just want some privacy. So let's head over to the primary bedroom now. Take a quick peek. Primary bedroom here is at the back of the house. All right, decent sized primary bedroom. Nice big window. The window's almost going down to the floor. I like that. And then this like beachy kind of boho style chandelier. And then now the primary ensuite. Very nice. Nice big tub. I think I could actually fit in that tub. And then you got your dual vanity going on right here. And then a beauty of a fully tiled stand-up shower. And then you have your toilet. And then at the back, nice big walk-in closet with lights that automatically turn on when you go inside. So we looked at 3 different options here in Wolf Willow today. All of them were by Trico Homes. The first one we looked at was a laned home. So it's going to be on the lower end of the price point and kind of the entry level for a fully detached option. That one was called the Rowan II, and that one has a starting point currently at $578,000. Now the show home definitely had some upgrades. So if you wanted that show home in particular, or you wanted to do a built from scratch home with everything that you saw in the show home, you're looking at $612,000 to have that done. And that price includes everything, your lot fee, your GST, that's your all-in price for that model. The second home that we looked at was called the Harrington, also by Trico Homes. That one's starting at $739,000. And if you wanted the show home, you're looking at approximately $860 for that one. And then the final home that we looked at today, that was definitely the best one out of the bunch, in my opinion. Well, I mean, that's pretty obvious after looking at. That's a newer model for Trico. It's called the Arya. That one's starting at $740,000. And then if you wanted the home as it is with the show home, with all the upgrades, the show home itself is selling currently right now for approximately $985,000. I will say that if you are looking for a home within the next little while, 1 to 3 months, there are some awesome quick possession deals right now. So those prices for the exact same home would actually be lesser if you are looking to move in right away instead of, 9, 11 months from now, which the typical build time would take. And the reason being for that is that the builders are hungry to kind of sell as much inventory before the end of the year. So they do have some really good deals for quick possession homes at the moment. If you do want some more info on some of those options, definitely reach out to me and I can share with you some of the numbers that I'm aware of right now for the different builders here in Wolf Willow or in other communities in Calgary. As always, guys, don't be shy. Reach out to Steph and I if you're considering making a move to Calgary. We've worked really hard to develop awesome relationships with the builders here in Calgary, and we'd love to pass those perks on to you. So with that said, we'll see you on the next one.